Okay, and we are live. Oh yeah, I need to get the rain started here. There we go. I'm actually going to turn it down. Oh wait, actually, hold on. The desktop audio is not working. Let me switch it. Should have done this before, but I was too eager to get started. Streaming. So... Oh wait, multi-output device. There we go. Perfect. All right. So, let me just notify the Discord that we're live. Yeah, so today, I'm going to be continuing with this freaking CV app, CV builder. Just going to get it open. Over here, I did a little bit of programming myself on this, although I need to fix some of the styling. Yo, Geel, how's it going, my friend? Welcome in. Need to fix the styling on this. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me bring this back. There we go. Okay. I meant to do this, which was to open up the iPhone view, because we're doing the mobile styles first. It's been amazing. That's good. I'm glad, Jill. It's awesome. I think you've missed the last few streams, but we're on to React now, so I'm doing React. But today's stream is gonna be mostly styling. Thanks, Jill. I appreciate the support, my friend. It's nice to see you around. I know it's late over there, but you know, it's nice that you could join us for a little bit. But yeah, no, so today I'm doing styling, and I should mention that the styles that I'm doing is based on a utility class system, sort of similar to Tailwind, or at least that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Yo, Saish, how's it going? So I'm thinking of, I actually might refactor the individual sections to render themselves inside of the parent instead of in themselves here, or at least for the when I press save or something like that. I don't know, but the first order of business on my to-do list is to add I want to have like backgrounds to these cards. And the other thing I want to do is get the, I don't think there's a heading here. Yeah, there is. I want to move the heading for this guy over to the parent class. So right here. Then I might need to change some margins and stuff like that. Maybe do like a margin bottom 2 on this title or something. Today I completed the calculator project. Took around 1.5 months to complete foundation. Yeah, that makes sense, Saish. That's a good time frame though. Like, I mean, I've been doing this for 3 months now, just about, and I'm at like, you know, just like a third of the way through the React course. But I also don't have school, so the only thing I have to worry about is work, right? So work, I don't have any homework or anything like that. I just you know, I just do my work during the day, and there's no homework, which is kind of nice. So I can add margin bottom 2, add a little bit more spacing here. I probably don't need margin bottom 2 on this guy. I can probably bring that up a little bit. The other thing is I'm going to style these. I might actually do default styles for the buttons as well. the other thing I might do is add the education header to or education experience. Hold on. I'm going to add this to the parent, I think. So I'm going to put that here. So I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need them anymore. So now if I add another education experience, it doesn't, there's just one title for it, which is kind of what we want. And then the other thing I want to do to kind of increase visual cohesion is to kind of have what's it called? I want to have backgrounds around these cards, right? So there's a div here, maybe around like the resume general, like maybe a background on this div or something like that, right? Did I learn DSA to apply for work there? No, I didn't, Saish. I was an intern for the summer in school, and I made a good impression, and I was hired right outside of school. Maintained a relationship with my employer. But I work in IT, though, so we don't use DSA in my job. We do use databases, but not DSA necessarily. Okay, so I want to make a background around this guy. So I'm going to see how Tailwind... I want to see how Tailwind handles backgrounds. Okay, so it does a color, and then what's the 500? Is that like a font weight, maybe? I see. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not using Tailwind, but I'm writing my own utility classes for styling, right? So let's just do a background. We'll say BG blue or something, right? And then I'll just write a utility function for that, or utility selector. So I'll say background color is blue, or not that blue actually. I'll probably choose a custom blue. So I'll do 0000FF. Then I'll just do a color picker. I want something kind of neutral. Actually, what does this use for its blue? Wind. Ah, I see. Okay, so it doesn't use hex codes. Hello, Jeremy. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So that's transparency. This isn't really... I could use something like this, maybe. Like a sky blue color, right? Okay, so there's our background. It's a little actually intense now that I think about it. Maybe we want it a little lighter. Maybe like this. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain, really. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay. And then we probably want some roundedness to it, right? So I'll say border radius 1. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a border radius, but I want to give it a bit more of a border radius. So I'll add a border radius 2 selector, and then I'll make that 1 REM. And then do I have a border radius in here? No, I don't think so. And then I'll add that here. There, that's a little better. Kind of got that. Maybe give this a margin bottom as well. Maybe 2. Separates it out a little bit. So we've got this kind of card going on here. So I can do that with the education section. So I can do BG blue, border, radius 2, and margin bottom 1. Well, actually, yeah, no, that should be fine. Okay, so then if I add an education experience, you can see there's a background to it. Add another one. Although I probably want to include this delete button within that div, right? So I need to figure out how to do that. And then we'll do the same with the practical. So we'll say BG blue, margin, or what was it? Border radius 2, margin bottom 1, 2. Maybe was it 2? It was 2, yeah. We add a practical. Oh, and it needs a top one as well. Yo, what's up, Jay? How's it going? Hope you're having a relaxing Saturday. Okay, so that's good. The other thing I didn't do was I need to fix the text area, right? I need to fix the text area because that's not what we want. So where's the input? So I need this class name here for the text area. That says a div, right? So this is div. It's going. I am working on my Sass. Right on. That's awesome. Yeah, it's nice, Jay. We are still working on. I've been really busy actually lately with getting my move sorted. So hopefully we will sign a lease in the next week, which is exciting. And by hopefully mid next month, I'll be in my new place. But we'll see. We'll see. If worst case, probably it'll be like June, but still, it's not too bad. It's really expensive, but you know what? You do what you got to do, right? Hold on. Where is the... Yeah, it is exciting. It's really exciting. Margin bottom 1 on this guy. Yeah, no, I'm pumped, honestly. There we go. Although that adds a little more than I'd like there. Exciting. Do I live alone? I do currently, Jeremy, but I will be living with my partner. Oh, right on. So you are you moving, Jay, or are you staying in your current place? Like you signed a new one within your current place? Because that would be convenient, because then you wouldn't have to leave. But yeah, no, I'm moving in with my partner. We've been together over 2 years, and we haven't lived together before, and yeah, so that's the plan. Oh, right on, Jay. That's fair. Yeah, I was gonna delete this break. That's probably what the problem is. There we go. That's better. It's these breaks in here. Nice. I need to add some more margin between on this guy, I think. That's good. Probably do a margin surrounding it even. So I'll do like a margin 2. Margin 2. I'm trying to do this roughly alphabetical order in this file. It's going to get a little messy, I think, but... And I could separate it out, but I'm just keeping it all in one for right now. Because that's going to be like a pain in the butt. I'll do 0.75 maybe, and then 1.5. Looks like I'm wrapping up this project. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm hoping by the end of today's stream, it'll be mostly wrapped up. The only thing though, is it's the rendering is still not good. So like if I put in information, whatever, this isn't actually my creds, right? But then I put in like school name or school A, comp sci, and then I do like, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't render the way that I want it to necessarily. I didn't start in July. I started in September. Oh, but I'm doing the, Jay, you mentioned to do mobile first designing or styling. So I'm doing mobile first styling. So that's kind of my focus. So that's good. Although this guy isn't. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, no, but anyway, so when I finish all this, right? So I can delete this one. I'll put my title as IT analyst. And then I started my job in May of last year. Do things and stuff. So this is kind of what I need to fix this, this rendering. I'm going to finish this at the very end, like what it renders out to. But right now I'm just worried about the editing mode. So I'm going to focus on the editing mode, and then I'll try and render it as closely to a, like what a resume looks like. But that'll be the end. That'll be the very end. But I think this already looks decent. I mean, it's not, I can't complain with how it's been so far. I might add like, I don't know. I'm not going to go crazy with the styling because again, my goal isn't to be a web designer. It's just to be a web developer. So I'm going to like make this look nice, but I'm not going to go crazy. The other thing I need to focus on, I think, are the inputs, and maybe some margin stuff with these buttons. Like I don't like that there's too much padding inside of these buttons. I might decrease the padding actually. And I'll do like 1 or something like that. Yeah, that's a little better, I think. Just a few refinements. Yeah, exactly. It's not done yet, but it's just yeah, putting in those final pieces for sure. I think I'm going to add a margin bottom to this add education experience button. Which would be here. Oh, it has a margin already, but maybe I could add it to like the right, because this is, I could add a margin top to the education experience ones as well. Yeah, I could do a margin top. So I'll just do, this is duplicated. So I'll just change this here. Margin top. Now I need to put this up in the outside of the mobile render as well. Margin top. I feel like this is good though, because it's getting me thinking about how I could use utility classes, like when I go to use Tailwind and stuff like that. So it'll be kind of good. How's it going, Beats? Welcome in. So I might put margin bottom and margin top in those sections, right? I wonder if I can like make this class name. Okay, maybe that's like too much. Like maybe I'll just do like a few lines for each or something, just so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so that added a margin top to this as well as a margin bottom. That's what we want. Okay, good. But the margin top and the bottom don't match. Why? At least they should. Margin top, margin top. Margin bottom, margin top. Oh, because I didn't change these to top here. That's why. That's better. That's it. Perfect. Going well. Keep grinding in JS, lifting weights in gym and working on job. Everything goes. It's awesome, man. Love to hear it. I'm gonna start working out too. Hopefully soon. I need to. I've been procrastinating real hard on getting started with that because I need to like focus on my fitness because I've been kind of working on my job and the streaming, and we're currently in the middle of moving and stuff like that. But hopefully the building that we're moving to has a gym inside of it, so that'll be nice. That's free, so you know, always a benefit. Okay, so that's good. I got that top margin and bottom margin working for that guy, so I'm gonna put this guy in here as well. I know this isn't perfect. Margin top 2, and then for the practical experience. There, now that should be good. So that's the education experience. So the education experience header doesn't actually need its own margin now. I don't think. I mean, I could put one, but I don't think it needs it necessarily. Margin bottom, yeah. Oh, and then the practical. I need to move the practical heading outside of this guy as well. So I just put it here. Get rid of that. So practical experience, nice. And then I need some margins and stuff on these buttons, or some separation, but we're getting close. Finally, chat loaded. Let's go. Let's go, Tyler. My classes are looking very similar to Tailwind classes, so great job. Yeah, I'm kind of using Tailwind as like a reference, Jay. Because I think that's kind of like, because I wasn't sure like what exactly to name them. So I'm kind of, you know, trying my best. So I appreciate the encouragement. Yeah, I agree, Beats. I totally do agree. I've just been so... Thank you, Jay. I've been so locked in on trying to get my career and school and everything finished. So I, you know, some things have been lacking, I guess. Okay, so I don't love these buttons, but I want to... Like, let's look at the buttons here. So I don't necessarily want a border on the buttons, I don't think, anymore, because I kind of want to make the buttons and then I want to make a width fit content as well, maybe so I'll do a width fit. I want to make that utility class. And then I'm going to modify these buttons because I want to make them more like Tailwind buttons, like kind of just no border. Something like that, right? And I honestly don't care if this is... Probably need like a better color scheme or something, but... What's my major? It was computer science, Jasser. I finished though. I can also do who am I command as well. But thanks Jay for putting the FAQ in there. It should be in the FAQ as well, but I appreciate you adding that. Okay. Okay, so the delete education experience, I kind of want to include it within this card or something, right? I don't love, now that I'm looking at it more and more, I don't like the sky color. I don't know if I maybe go for like a grayscale or like, I don't know. I'm trying to think about this because I could include the delete education experience button within the education card, but I'd need to think about how to do that. So I could put the button in there, but I need it to point to this function, right? So I would need to add that as a prop to this. Or I could even just return it here. Oh no, I already do. Okay, so that's fine. So maybe I actually put the card stuff here. So I actually get the card. Let me just futz with this for a second. So I actually put the card, not for that guy, for this guy. Put the card up here. And then I put the card here as this div, right? I think this would make more sense. There, now it's within the card. That's exactly what I wanted. And then I'm also going to make the button fit width as well. I think. Or width fit, maybe. And then I need to flex, put it in the center. So I'll do flex center. I don't know if that'll, no, that won't align it within the, I need to align self, maybe justify self. I'll do that. Get that in here. Where's flex? G, justify self, justify center. I think this should work. So if I do justify center, no, maybe not. Because within this guy here, I want to justify, maybe it's align items. Maybe it's align self. That's it. It's align self. So I'll do align center. All right, let's take a break. I just wanted to get that guy in there. Good. All right, that was a productive first session. But yeah, I don't know. YouTube chat is what it is, but again, trying to reach as many people as I can through YouTube, so I don't know. I find I could do Twitch, but I don't know. I like the reach that YouTube has. Again, when I move, I'm getting new internet, so hopefully the new internet will let me dual stream, and I will give it another try, but no promises. CS program's only 2 years. Yeah, I took a special one, Beats. Because I already have an undergrad as well. Like, I have another undergrad in biology. The school that I went to offers CS in 2 years instead of 4. So I didn't need to do all the electives and all that. I basically just fast-tracked the degree. It was a lot of work, and I needed to do extra credits, but I did finish in 2, yeah. Which, I mean, again, if it was given, it was either that or I go back to, you know, I go back to a restart and then do it 4 years, which I was 22 when I applied, so I didn't want to have to be in school until I was 26. So I finished at 24 instead of 26. Like age. I was 24 when I graduated. Which again was good for me because I wanted to get into the workforce as soon as possible. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't know how Russia's school system works. I'm not going to lie to you. Although I did have a Russian international student friend. which is cool. And he did have, he knew a lot of stuff about school in Russia because he transferred to Canada. But anyway, yeah, no, it was, yeah, it was good. I think if you do CS over 4, like if you're young, like if you're like 18 or something, like I would just do the 4 year. Like you can't, I mean, you couldn't do it anyway because you need an undergrad. But when you're young, like definitely take your time with, you know, and I would maybe say this to anybody who's, you know, doesn't mind taking their time. But I just wanted to fast track it personally. Did he tell you about beer and vodka? Yeah, I think so. Oh, bear, you mean? Even in your 20s, do a 4 year? Yeah, that's fair, Tyler. I had already done a 4 year, so I was sick and tired of school. But if I hadn't gone to university yet and I was like 22, I would have done a 4 year. I just was like, I didn't want to be in it longer. Because like I already done, actually, my first degree was 5 years because there was a placement year. I'm doing well, SBO. I hope you're doing well. You're sick and tired of school when you're in high school? Yeah, fair. No, when I was in high school, I was worked like a dog. Like I probably, out of all of the academic experiences that I did, I was probably worked the hardest in high school. Like I worked pretty hard in my CS degree, but high school I took this program. It's globally renowned, like globally known. It's called the International Baccalaureate diploma. So I did that in high school, which was like world standard. So it was really brutal. Yeah. We only wrestle with them? I got you. No, I don't know. He didn't go into the bear stories, but I did hear a lot about vodka, that's for sure. That guy did like to drink. He was a big fan of getting drunk on the weekends, and he would always invite me to these parties, and I didn't want to go because I was like, bro, I'm not about that life, you know. Nothing against partying. I was at home studying like a prude, you know, so it is what it is. I don't know. Plus I was older and like, I don't know, like he was like, this Russian kid was like 20 and I was 23. The time, so I was like, I don't know, these guys are a little younger than me. I don't know, I don't feel, you know, like going there, but you know, it is what it is. All right, let's continue. Okay, so I want to make these buttons a little better. I'm gonna get rid of the borders on them. I think I'll keep the border radius, but I want to get like a good background in there. I also don't like the color of this sky blue. Trying to think like what a better color would be. Light theme form mobile. Like I could maybe just do like an outline or something, right? These are like too intense. I could also add a dark mode too. I didn't really consider that. The other thing I can do is, whoa, that is not what I want to do. Images. The other thing I could do is add a background to the body. And then, I don't know. Colors.co is a good website for generating random color palettes. Got you. Oh, is that not it? Oh, coolers. Sorry, I can't fucking read. Or coolors. I think I've used this before. I just forgot it. Profile picture. Palette generator. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm going to define some colors, because I think now is about the time when we can do color palette stuff. So I'll define some colors here. So I'll probably have like a color dark, a color light and like a medium, like maybe a 3 color palette or something. Can I like change the number that it generates here? Adjust palette. Maybe there's always 5 colors. Interesting. Quick view. Okay, so yeah, I guess there's always 3 or 5. I mean. At least use these for black and white. Ooh, I don't mind these 3 colors actually, now that I think about it. German employment agency is funding my retraining because I want to switch a career on IT. That means I'll cover the same material as if I was doing an apprenticeship. Nice. Nice, Jeremy. That's awesome. Hover over the thing. Oh, I see. So I can do this like this. Actually, I might keep it like this. I might keep these 4. This looks pretty neutral to me. Thanks, Jay. But that's awesome, Jeremy. I would definitely do that, my friend. Okay, so I'll do color light maybe, or like background. I don't know what to call it. I'll do like 1 and then like 1 to 4. Maybe that's not a good fucking paradigm. I don't know how to name colors. I'll do white. I guess I'll do white, and then I'll just do. Maybe I'll add like a little bit of, make it not all the way white. Color, gray maybe. BFC 0C0. Right. F5 DF75 4 F5. Yeah, it is clean. I like it. For application development, and we can start. Sorry, IT specialist for application development, and can start working as a software developer right away. That's awesome, Jeremy. Sounds really great, my friend. Okay, so let's work with this color palette. And then for defaults, I'll do color is black, or color black, right? And then that's fine. And then I can do, okay, so that's fine. That's not gonna really change anything. And then in my app.css, I'll do background color, or var color blue. Okay, it's a little dark. What about gray? Okay, gray's a little better. And then maybe I can make the delete education experience button. Maybe I'll make the white a little less intense. Like, what if I made the white a little... There's a way to edit this, right? Here. Whoops. Shit, I lost it. Okay, actually, it doesn't really matter. I have the colors here. We can make this a little darker. I can do F0, F0. Or even like... I don't know, it's not really making much of a difference, I'm not gonna lie to you. Something like that, just a little darker. And then we can make this guy blue. Okay, so then let's go to this. We're gonna make this background gray. And then I'm gonna go to the styling, which is in here. And then Right, and then there was the practical experience del button, and then this div here. Let's make this a div. Get rid of this div. Well, not get rid of it, but change that to be a fragment. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna add a bit more of a. Okay, so this guy's fine. Practical experience. Maybe between the and the add education experience. Maybe a margin top to the practical experience header. Margin top to. It's a little better. I need to make this form non-resizable as well. Okay. So I think I'm going to do the buttons and then I'll do the inputs. So let's do the buttons now. So I'm going to do the delete ed experience buttons. So I want to make those blue. So let's say BG, where is it? So I'll say BG blue. Oh, and I need to add that actually to the plot it up here. Color blue. It's a little dark, and then I'll make the color color call white. Color var call white. Something like this, right? And then I need to add a hover effect on this button. That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure about. Or actually, you know what? Maybe we can do all these resume inputs with white text. No, that wouldn't change anything, right? No, I have to do that for the inputs. No. The label. Sorry, don't mind me. Let's do that for the labels, and then we'll do the background as blue. Oops. How does that look? That looks better. That looks better. With the white and then the blue. Okay, nice. So let's stick with that. So we'll do resume context, BG blue. I'll do gray background, color black probably, which I need to add a class for. Or a selector. Right. And then I need to change the background on this guy. This is going to be... Oh no, that's gray. That's fine. Resume content, resume general. Book center, font size 3. Oh no, but it's in... Sorry, it's in education. No, it isn't. Ah, it's here. Okay. Blue. Nice. Just your icon in the upper left will let you find or replace all documents. Oh, really? Ah, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's do BG gray. That's convenient. So I want that one to be BG gray, but I want this one to be not. Like this. Nice. Awesome. Thank you for that tip, Jay. I don't know. Again, I get stuck in my way of doing things, right? And then I you know, miss stuff, I guess. Or I do things that are less efficient. But again, it's something you build up as you go, right? No. So Beats, I'm to practice Tailwind, I'm making my own implementation of Tailwind. So I'm writing my own utility functions, which is something that my mod Jay mentioned to do for practice, so that when I eventually do go to learn Tailwind, I'll kind of have that knowledge of how Tailwind works, right? So, and I think that's a great idea. So I'm kind of doing that. Okay, so then we need to fix this button, right? Which is this del button right here. So we need to get rid of the border here. BG gray, something like this, right? Oh, and I need to do the text for the text area. Yeah, so it's right here. Color white. Oops. There we go. So we got our white color on that guy, and then I need to, okay, maybe add a little margin bottom to this too. Is there margin bottom on the input? No, there's not. Interesting. Where's the margin bottom on this guy then? Or maybe that's just the gap, actually, now that I think about it. That's the gap, but there's no gap on this one. I see. So I'll add a margin bottom of 2 to this. Oops, wrong one. Just to the text area. There we go. Gives a little bit of separation now on this button. This should be like basically good. I don't think the separation's exactly identical, but I don't know. It's good enough, I think. Maybe a margin bottom 3. Do I have that written? I can. Oh, yo, Gervier, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're just doing styling of the resume builder now. The implementation's done. Yo, Stuns, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Kind of want to add maybe more of a margin top to this education experience or something. Header. A little bit more visual, and then I can add that to this one too. Oh, I already have that. Okay, nice. Do I have that for the general? No. Yeah, no worries, Gervier. No worries. It's absolutely okay, my friend. I'm doing well, Stuns. I, you know, had a nice week. Trying to have a relaxing weekend, but my partner and I are in the process of moving, which is exciting. Hopefully we'll be in our new place within a month. So, you know, getting that all sorted out. And then after we move, we're probably going to adopt a kitten together. So that's going to be really fun. So, you know, things are coming together. I hope you've been well, though. You know, nothing crazy's happened, or, you know, I hope it's been decent. Moving is so tedious. Yeah, it is, Tyler. But we do have an agent. My partner got us an agent for moving. So he's the one that's like, we basically gave him our information. He's the one that's actually doing the contact to all the landlords. And like, it's such a load off our backs. Cause like, when I lived was a student, I had to do all that stuff. Appreciate that, Gervier. He's got 2 kittens a couple days ago. Nice. Nice. Yeah, you can have an agent for moving, like renting as well, Tyler. Like I wanted to do it on our own, but then she was like, "Hey, my mom's friend is like a real estate agent, and he could probably help us move." And I was like, "Oh, bet. That's nice." And then we just you know, got that agent through a family connection, which was really nice. So, you know, I'll take it. Okay, so I want to do an add education experience here. Maybe I make that like a black button, and I could also maybe make the color. Do a color here. Let me go to my app here, and I'll do color blue as well. Because I want to make the headings blue, maybe. And then I can do this guy, call blue. Yeah, it's a little nicer. Call blue. And call blue. There, that's a little more visually cohesive. And then I think I can do maybe a gray. I kind of want to make this button red. I know that's kind of against the color scheme, but just so that it pops out. Now we got 2 cats, 2 kittens, and a dog. Dang, that's a lot of pets. Nah, we're gonna live in like a tiny ass apartment, so there's no way. We're just gonna get 1 kitten. Because it wouldn't be big enough for all like those animals. Even though we're both animal people, like it wouldn't be big enough. Because like the places that we're looking at are like between like 500 and 700 square feet, which is like not very big. 550 and 700 square feet. So I don't know what that would be in square meters. I don't know what square feet to square meters. Let's see. It's like 600 square feet. Yeah, it's like 55 square meters. It's like not very big. I know it's like roughly 9 square feet per square meter, but you know. Anyway. All right, let's see. So I want to change that guy. I want to get rid of that border. Oh yeah, and I want to make this red background. Whoa. Just so it's background color, and then I'll do like, I'll add a red color to our index here. And I'll probably do like a little less saturated, maybe something like this. And then for the delete button, I'll do red. Where was that? Del button. Constant delete. That's not the right one. Delete button. And then delete here. EG red. Should be fine. Oh, I didn't save it. There we go. Now, like you can see it, it's not really visually cohesive. I could probably make this a little better of a color, to be honest with you. But, you know, it's kind of like, maybe even like this. I don't know, something to kind of just visually indicate that you don't want to necessarily press this button. I don't really know. It's kind of more of a pink, I guess, really. But, you know, again, I'm not going for perfection here. The other thing I want to do is maybe add a little bit more padding to these cards, right? So let's add a little bit more padding to the cards. That would be inside of these here. So let's do padding 3. That's a little better, I think. Right, and then the padding for these ones is here. What would it be? Practical should be an outer flex. Oh, maybe it's in here still. No. Turn that. H3 class name, practical experience. Oh, it's here. Sorry, I'm dumb. There it is. What's today's stream goal or continuing with the flow? It's often acceptable to have destructive and success colors go against design. Yeah. That's fair, Jay. I hear you. That's kind of what I think, right? Because now it's obvious to somebody that this would be like deleting this, right? Yeah, but yeah, Gravier, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm just finishing this CV builder. Exactly. So I'm gonna actually edit these buttons. Actually, I need to edit the delete guy to have a width fit. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong selector. I need to do that for this here. And align center. There we go. Cool. So now I need to make this guy non-resizable. Okay, so I'll do the practical experience. Let's choose a green color. Green. We'll do a similar thing. Maybe like a lighter. And then, actually, I might make this a little even more saturated, now that I think about it. Maybe too saturated. Okay. I'm just going to add these to our add education experience button, which is up here. So, BG, green. And then get rid of the border. And then width fit. Oh yeah, because I don't have the utility function written yet. Or the utility class selector. And then I'll center it as well. So I'll do align, center. I need to like make this a little more organized, but there we go. Yeah, I'm writing them, Gervier. It's Jay in chat mentioned or suggested doing that, and I think that the like to learn Tailwind, like to learn how Tailwind works in the future. So I've heard of Tailwind, yeah. But I'm doing this so that when I do use Tailwind, and I have a better appreciation for how it works. It's kind of just for practice, to be honest with you. And then I think next, after this break, I'm going to style these inputs here. I think that's my next task. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, trying to be, you know, I feel like I could just jump into learning Tailwind, but I feel like this is better. Yo, what's up, Blueberries? How's it going, my friend? I hope you're having a good Saturday afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you are. Studying all day. Oh yeah, it's around finals, right? Isn't it final season? It's getting there. Anyway, I don't know. I think you mentioned maybe it was end of April, beginning of May. I forget exactly. You're in Texas? Got you. So you're only like an hour behind me. You're Central Time, I think. Or Mountain Time. I don't remember. Learn CSS, then use Tailwind. Yeah, exactly, Nagash. That's exactly what I'm trying to go for. Not finals quite yet, but I've got my last couple midterms on Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, brutal. You're still in midterm season? Dang, dude. You were enjoying programming last night, then I slept late and just woke up now. It feels bad to know most of the day is gone. Oh, dang, Gervier. Are you, what time is it where you live currently? Because, I mean, I sleep in myself. Like, I slept in until 10 a.m. this morning because it was the weekend. You know, trying to take it easy. I actually think, I was thinking about this. I think my next, or my first non-Odin project app that I build is going to be my own Pomodoro app. Because I want to have a Pomo app where I can track like each stream I do and then the number of Pomos I do. Well, I could technically do that in this one, but I want to have my own just for practice. It's 11 a.m. Okay, yeah, you didn't sleep through the day, dude. You're fine, my friend. Slamming a Celsius and then gonna do math all day. Nice, blueberries. We use Tailwind at work, but a lot of devs run into issues because they don't understand CSS. Exactly, Nagash. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Stacking context issues. Yeah, I think I had some of those in some earlier projects. But yeah, I think kind of like and Jay mentioned this, is he kind of said like, and I kind of trust him because he's like super knowledgeable on those stuff, but he mentioned that, you know, writing the utility classes yourself gives you a really good understanding of like why the utility classes are the way they are, and so that when you use them you kind of know or get an appreciation for what they're doing in the back end, right? You not sleep because I saw the live stream notification, otherwise just going back to bed. Oh, I got you. I mean, if you want to go and go back to sleep, you can go back to sleep, dude. Like, don't like, if you don't have to watch my stream. No, of course. You've been one of the biggest helpers, like, or advisors to my kind of stuff. So I don't know. I give credit where credit's due, right? So sometimes it's good to reinvent the wheel before you. Exactly. Watching from Uganda? Ooh, that might be a new country. EFX. That might be a new country. I don't think we've had someone from Uganda yet. That's awesome. It's nice to see that, you know, I'm kind of keeping track of where all of you guys are from. It's kind of cool. I think I've gotten like over 30 countries at this point, which is so dope. Like it's kind of awesome to think that, like, you know, I'm just in my bedroom, but I'm kind of all over the place. You're building a compiler as a side project for your language? Ooh, okay. So you're making your own programming language, Gervier. That's awesome. But yeah, EFX, that's awesome that you're getting started with the Odin project. It's really great. I highly recommend it. It's a really good curriculum. Okay, all right. So let's see. Let's make this green a little bit darker, maybe. That's too dark. Something like that. Yeah, it's really cool to build a language. I worked with compilers a little bit for a course, and we built a very simplified version of the language Pascal in Python. It was called P0. It was out of a textbook. But we had to write a parser, or a lexer, a parser, abstract syntax tree, and code generator, all in Python. I mean, we only wrote it like piece by piece, but yeah. Well, the lexer is just like identifying tokens, and then like the parser is just kind of making sense of those tokens, right? Generating the AST. The code generation is tough though. I will agree. Like we had to compile. I think our compiler that we were using was taking this our P0 language and compiling it into WebAssembly. We were using WebAssembly as the language that it gets compiled into. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I think I'm going to focus on maybe adding a little bit more padding to the buttons. So like the buttons only have one padding 1. But I kind of want to add maybe 2 to those buttons, right? So this is a button, padding 2, and then padding 2 here. Make them a little bigger. I think that looks a little nicer. Okay, so we'll do the save as well at some point, but I want to make this job description field a fixed size. So I might actually do that first before I do the inputs. Actually, okay, let's reopen the general tab. Education, practical, text area. Okay, so I can actually add that to this down here. Or no, not that one, sorry. Practical. So I need to do rows. See, but it doesn't, this is interesting. I don't know why I wasn't recognizing rows before. So if I want to make a fixed number of rows and like calls, then it doesn't really work. Or yeah, it does actually. Okay, never mind. It does work. But it's giving me an error here. It's probably a typing thing. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this, but it does technically work. Maybe a little fewer columns, like 30. But I don't want it to affect the width of all of these, right? Because if I do like, okay, so if I do 20, I guess it just fits the width. Am I using React? Yeah, I think I'm using React 19, yeah. The latest version of React. Basic Interpreter is a really fun project, but I find parsing kind of tedious. Yeah, that's totally fair. You also kind of liking you not using AI? Yeah, Nagash, yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for, is to learn without AI first, so that when I do use AI eventually, I know what the AI actually can and can't do, right? The other thing I want to do is I want to do, in the text area, I want to make the font size bigger. I think I need to maybe change that in the, like, let's just go to the text area reference, right? So font, I don't know if we can style it. We can change the font size inside of the text area. At work, we encourage use AI to get things done faster. Yeah. See, where I work, thankfully, we're not using AI yet. So, you know, it's kind of nice. But I work in IT, though. I don't work in software development yet. Emphasis on yet. I'm going to get there. Okay, so there's no... Yeah, this rows. The number of visible text lines. See, I don't understand why this isn't being recognized here, because I imported the attributes, but I don't know. That's why, maybe. That's it. It was input HTML attributes. That's why it wasn't recognizing row. Okay, now we're good. Or wait, no, this should be... Okay, that's why. That was the problem. Okay, I got it now. Claude has been my math tutor for the last couple of days. That's fair. If you're using it as a tutor and you're kind of getting it to explain what it's doing and why, that can be good. You just have to know that like sometimes it might give you something that's not entirely accurate. Okay, so let's see. Do I want to autocorrect and all this shit? I don't know. Maybe do like a max length here of like 500 characters or something. The other thing is like having a character counter. Do I want to input a character counter? I don't know. Maybe 500 is too restrictive. I don't know. I just omit it. It's not a big deal. The only thing is changing the font within the text area, right? Compared to other form elements, styling HTML forms. Fonts in text area elements. Let's see here. Font family, font size. Okay, so you can just do it like this. So I can just do font size directly here as a class name. Oops. So like font size 2. Yeah, that's better. Okay. And then the font is monospace, I think, right? What if I want it to be font family, like the default font family? Maybe I could just like write that inside of this for what it's worth. Or something like this, just because I don't really want to add that. That's better. Just because I don't really want to add it as a utility class. It's just a very specific thing. CSS resize. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. CSS resize none for the text area. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Is that, oh, yes, got you. So in here, resize, none. It's in here. Perfect. Thanks, Jay. You're always cross-referencing with notes. Haven't had an issue yet. Thankfully, I have real solutions for my prof. Nice. That's awesome. That's cool. Okay, so this is our good job description section, I think. And then you can add another one. Cool, beans. Okay, so I'll just put this form in. I think we're like pretty much done. I think the only thing left to do is change the inputs, right? I want to style the inputs to be a little nicer. So for these guys, I'll do width. Make another utility function. For width. Actually, I might just do width fit for the inputs here. So job start, job end. Program start, program end. Width fit, maybe. Because I don't want these dates to have to go. Maybe that doesn't actually do anything though, now that I think about it. Oh wait, no, not this one. With fit. Doesn't actually change the width here. I want it to change the width. Oh, because the input's width fill. So that's overriding it. Okay. That's why. Maybe we do a width fit. Or is that ugly? I don't know. I don't know if we like that. Maybe we just ignore it. Here it actually applies to the font of the parent element, so you don't think you should add the font name in place of that? Well, so the parent element, Gravir, is the root. So the root has the font family that I want, which is just the default stack. I think, anyway. You got the hang of this stuff pretty quickly. Tailwind is going to blow your mind. Yeah, I'm trying to like implement my own Tailwind blueberries. It's kind of like what I'm going for. So, and then, oh yeah, I want to add a footer to this too. So I can do that in the app here. I can do that here. I just want to add a footer. Real fast. So we'll have a resume, element, and then footer. Made by BenStack 2026. Sick. Amazing. 10 out of 10. And then I'll do a class name of margin. Actually, margin top 2 or something. Oh, there's no margin top 3. I didn't add that. Okay. Do I have a favorite font for the webpage? I'm just using the system default right now, Gervier. If you round the input field corners, yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm procrastinating on getting there. Okay, so let's do the inputs now. So let's do a border radius. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put this on its own line here. Border radius 1. There we go. That's a little better. And then I need some padding too. So like padding 2. Maybe that's a little much. I think I have defaults for the input index, right? Maybe not. By default, border, none. That's better. Okay. So do some defaults there. Hell yeah, I keep building my own stuff too. It's the best way to learn. Exactly, innovation. Like as Gervier was saying, like building your own compiler, like that's so fun. Like that's awesome to like learn how that shit works, right? Right now I'm knee deep in async concurrency trying to build my own MSPC channel. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. No worries, blueberries. I was getting there. I just was taking my sweet time. I might increase the font size of these. Maybe decrease the font. Maybe a little bit of the... So font size 2. Maybe make these headings a little bigger. Are the headings 3? They might be 3. So I might want them to do 4 on those headings. Font size 3, yeah. So I might want to do font size 4 on these. Now that I think about it. It's a little better. And then maybe make font size 3 for the labels inside of the inputs. Whoops. There we go. Name, email, phone number, school name, Good. And then I'll add some rounding to that text area section as well. So I'm gonna need to do that maybe here. Whoops. Actually, I think I have the class name within the resume over here, or no, in the practical. Sorry, my bad. Here. So I'm gonna do border radius 1. There we go. And then padding 2. I usually switch to DM Sans, Poppins, and Enter. You can pull them using CS link link from Google Fonts to make the web page look twice elegant. Okay, decent. Revere. I'll take a look at that. I also can look at other fonts too. Oh yeah, I need to increase the font of the text area label. Hold on. Font size 3. There we go. This is looking pretty slick now. The other thing I can do is add a dark mode. But I don't know if I want to like fiddle with all that. Honestly, for what it's worth, I'm kind of lazy. I might just leave it. I might just leave it in light mode. I don't really care. Okay, so we've got these inputs. The job, this might need to be, might need to make the month font. I might do that here too. Font, family, oops. I think I could do, yeah, perfect. Okay, nice. Okay. Add, okay, delete. All right, let's make the save button look a little better. Maybe we can do like a, yeah, so this rendering out is kind of disgusting, but we'll fix that. You've done dark mode so many times now. Yeah, fair enough, Jay. Do I like websites in light mode or dark mode? I like them in dark mode. I just kind of by default build them in light mode first, Curvier. Okay, so let's do the save button. I think the inputs are fine. I don't mind leaving the default focus and like hover styles. That doesn't really bother me too much. How's it going, Suhai? Welcome, welcome. Okay, yeah, save button. Where are we going for the save button? Save button, font size 1. Get rid of the border. No border. I don't want the border. Border radius for sure. Width fit. Background. Or I'll make this like this. BG gray, cull white. No, cull black. Blue? Something like this, maybe. Black. I'll leave it. And then align center. Good. So that's a better save button. Maybe some more padding on that guy as well. Maybe a margin top. Or margin 2, maybe all the way around. There, that's pretty decent. When you reload the page, all the information is gone, so in the future you might look into local storage. Yeah, exactly, Gerbier. Again, the point of this, so if I go to the project description, it doesn't say to worry about that, I don't think. Yeah, I think it said. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was an intended implementation for saving on this project. I could be wrong. But like I kind of see this as like something where like you could, it's like kind of like a one-time use thing. So you can like put in all your information, save it, and then it'll render it out in some meaningful way. So I do actually have to, like, I think this, yeah, so I need to change the rendered out view as well. Like I need to work on that to kind of look like a resume. Yeah, exactly. So I think as far as the form's concerned, I think this is pretty well finished. Because again, I don't really care about borders or anything like that. Oh yeah, let's do that font thing. Let's go to some fonts. There was one website that Jay recommended. Is it Font Share? Yes. Satoshi. We could add Satoshi to this. Or even Switzer, that looks nice. Are there like forms category? No. Corporate. Or even General Sans isn't too bad. I don't like Satoshi though, honestly. Right, and then there was the source. I think was Satoshi in. Why do all view family? Is this in Google Fonts too? I forget. Close source. Ah, here it is. Okay. Satoshi isn't? Okay. Got you, got you. How's it going, Abdu? Welcome in, welcome in. So is there any way to like, I forget how to export this. I forget how I did this. Yeah, exactly. So maybe I can't get it, or I need to pay for it or something. Or download, I can download it. That's another thing I can do, right? I could import it as a WAF or something like that. Fonts, yeah, I can do that, okay. Actually, I might have downloaded it, before, now that I think about it. Okay, cool, I got you. I'm gonna check my downloads, right now, just to see if I have it in here somewhere. Because I guarantee you I got it before. Unless I didn't. I have Beebus. Maybe not. Okay, let's download it then. Let's download it. I gotta unzip that guy. Good. Fonts. Do I want to import them as web fonts? Probably. There we go. And then okay, so then I need to actually include these. Okay, so there's our fonts. So I'm gonna actually do that as a git commit add Satoshi fonts or import. Good. Oh yeah, and then there was the CSS, right? I forgot about that. Here's the CSS. Whoa, okay. No, thank you. All right, so this is the CSS. So then I think there should be a way of getting. Can I? Oh, I need to put that CSS probably as import to, or import that CSS into here, right? Can I do multiple? No, I probably have to do it on a new line. Whoops. Asset / fonts. I'd like do all of them. Or no, sorry, no. I'm dumb. Styles / Satoshi. There it is. Okay. Cool. Then now, theoretically, I should be able to reference the Satoshi. So there's Satoshi Lite regular. So let's do Satoshi regular. Or variable, I guess, is actually what we want. Oh wait, let's make sure these are selecting the right thing. Because this is assets, fonts. Shit, what was it? Satoshi variable.waf. So I think it's just we go out of styles and then into assets, yeah. I need to change that for all of these. So I need to do that. So I'll do a control. Whoa. Not what I wanted to do. Shit. Friggin' keybinds, man. This is brutal. Just do control F. Yeah, I got you. I'm just getting the, I hit the wrong thing. Oh, shit. Oops. Fuck. I needed to do the slash there. There we go. Got him. That should be good now. Alright, let's take a break. Let us take a break. I think I'll probably go for 6 pommos today. Oh wait, the timer didn't start. Oops. My bad. I think I'll probably go 6 pommos today. Get this done. Can you touch type? What do you mean? Like on the... What do you mean by touch type? I don't know if I've heard of that term before. Like on the, like... So I'm just dumb. Oh, I see. Probably, well, because I use... Okay, so let me put it this way, Gervier. I could touch type... it's just for the... It's for the... control... what am I thinking of? The shortcuts. Because I use Windows at work, so I usually am used to using Control, but for Mac I have to consciously think about using Command, because I switch between the two, but I can type like words without looking at the keyboard, generally speaking. It's just Command, it's just shortcuts, especially when I go to Apple. I targeted the wrong key, because if I use Option instead of Command, then it does other shit, because I have a window manager up here that I use to manage all my screens for when I'm streaming. And if I do opt and then something, it'll fuck around with it'll change my desktop that I'm viewing. So I have to make sure I'm consciously typing Command. My words per minute's like 90-ish. It's not very fast. I haven't tested it in a while, but when I last tested it, it was between 85 to 95 words per minute, depending on what I'm typing. I'm gonna be honest with you, Gervier. I never learned how to type properly. I kind of just like started typing when I was a kid and probably developed like a super inefficient method. Like for example, like on my right hand, I only use primarily my index and middle fingers. I don't really use my ring finger. You become a better typer with a mechanical keyboard. That's fair. See, I've got this low profile mechanical keyboard, which is nice. I don't know, JK, I'm biased. Oh, C++, I got you. The colorway is dope. Wait, sorry, what's the color? I'm just like... Brain not working this morning. Like the colorway on the keyboard? Oh, of my keyboard. Yeah. It is cool. So this is interesting. Is depending on if my keyboard's connected to my Mac, it's green. The background's green. But when I connect it to my gaming computer, which is Windows, it turns blue. So that's kind of cool. So I can see which device my keyboard's connected to based on the color of the background. I did set that up. And I also, for my work laptop, it's red or like a pink color. So I have 3 that it's connected to. My MacBook, my gaming rig, and my work laptop. Oh, fair enough. Because I can connect it to 3. This keyboard can connect to 3 things via Bluetooth. So per Bluetooth profile, like you can have a profile for each device that you connect it to, or each number that the Bluetooth is assigned to, I should say. So that's kind of neat. I don't know. I like it. Again, it was kind of expensive. It was like 170 Canadian dollars, but I like it. You were talking about now learning the proper typing method, but did you try touch typing practices? No, I have not, Gervier. I honestly like again, like I learned how to type when I was a kid, and I didn't really learn. I just kind of like taught myself. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like I don't, maybe this is like bad, but I don't really care to be super efficient with typing. Like maybe I'll care later, but like I type fast enough, and I've been doing it this way for over 2 decades, like over 20 years. Because I would say I started learning how to type when I was like probably 4 or 5, like when I started using a computer for the first time. So yeah, probably 20 years. Although I wasn't really a fast typer until high school. Like I don't think I got to 60 words per minute until high school. But you know, it is what it is. Okay. I just have a message on my phone I have to look at. Okay. All right. Just got a message on my phone. All right. Let's get back to it. Cool. I don't know. If you want to do typing, like I know a lot of folks are really into learning how to type. Like I knew some kids in my program that were like doing competitive typing and stuff like that. Like I don't know. That wasn't really my thing personally, but you know, teach their own, I suppose. Okay, so let's add this variable thing to app CSS, right? Or not app, sorry, index. So I'll do Satoshi variable, right? There we go. Nice. That looks decent. I don't like that. Yeah, and the thing is, depending on what I'm typing, sometimes I slow myself down. But if I'm typing like when I say 90 words per minute, I mean like that's like my top. Like if I'm going fast or something, or if I'm like writing like an essay or something like that, and I've got thoughts just flowing, like I'll do 90. But I consciously slow myself down when I'm like typing variable names and stuff like that. Just as an example. When I learned to use 3 fingers at max, I was doing 35. Then once started with touch typing, speed went to 9. Oh, I got you. It's like we can't pronounce some words. There are some words that are hard to type as well. Exactly, Jay. Especially like words like Satoshi that aren't, like, I'm assuming Satoshi is like Japanese origin, right? So it's like not a word that I would type very often. Yeah, exactly. Speed depends totally on context. Wait, Tyler, are you talking about CS or C++? Syntax? Because that, I agree with you. Okay, I kind of like this. This is kind of cool. I think the fonts, although the inherited fonts might not be right. So here, yeah, that's good now. And then, just gonna add these to those. There we go. That's better. Nice. Oh, Gurv. Yeah, yeah, got you. Add in special characters, and I'm looking at my keyboard 100%. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Like, and for me, it's shortcuts, right? Yeah, 100%. I got you. Okay, so now I think the one thing. Okay, so I'm happy with this now. I think Okay, so there's 2 things we need to do. We need to do our desktop view. So this desktop view, I need to change a little bit. And then I'm gonna make this a little wider, right, for the desktop. But it's already good. I think I can just make these inputs a little wider. Maybe, but we're like almost there. Like it doesn't really need to change that much, right? So just make this a little wider. I just need to think about where to do that. I think that's probably in here. Let's actually go to the responsive. Make the width greater than 600. Maybe I actually have to move this console to the bottom actually to do this. I might have to. just to see what I'm doing here. Actually, you know what? I can move it to the top. I didn't realize that. I can do that. Or as a separate window. Okay, no. It's ugly. I'll move it over here. No, move it to the bottom. Just temporarily, just so I can see the width. I know my face cam's like covering part of it. Gonna get some breakfast. Hopefully we'll join back. Sounds good, Gervier. Have a great breakfast, my friend. I need to see what the width on this guy is. Display flex. This is the root, right? I want the root. Oh, there is no width. Although I put the width here, so the width's 100%. Maybe I can do like a... Oh, because I didn't do a width in the base. Maybe like this. That's better. Okay. I honestly think that's fine for a desktop view, right? So like you have the desktop view, and then when it goes to mobile, it does that. Although maybe I'll make the width like. Cause what's the width of this now? Yeah, so I'll do the width as minimum of 50% or like 600 pixels or something, right? Or wait, what's the width of the root now? 659. Okay, maybe that's a little low. Or sorry, max. I want max on this. I'm dumb. Don't forget those pesky tablets. Oh shoot, you right. You right. Thanks, Jay. Dude, how important are... Because, okay, so this is like... So this is the mobile. That's the... I feel like... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this would be fine as a tablet view, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe not. But I feel like this would be okay as a tablet. Like, so, like, let's go to the tablet. Let's go to, like, fucking iPad Pro or something. This would be fine on the tablet. That change made it better? Yeah. That's kind of what I was trying to go for. Oh, but the only thing is this doesn't center. Unless it just makes this scroll horizontally or something. No. Oh, because with the width, I need to make... Wait, what's going on here? Oh, because it's a fixed... Oh, Jesus Christ. It's a fix. It's not responsive. I'm dumb. Okay. Yes. Okay, so staying centered. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. I'm just, like, slow today, apparently. Okay, so this is good. So this is, like, a good... This would be fine on a tablet, I think. Right? So I just changed the width a little bit. Right? So... Now, the only thing I need to do is actually do the rendering part. Thanks, Jay. So let's do that. Let's do a practical experience. So I'll fill in some info here. Really is the benefit of mobile first. Yeah, I can see it now, Jay. I can see it now. Totally. 1,000,000%. Let's do school A. Computer Science B ASC. That's technically what I got. We'll do... Okay, how do I increase the size of this little guy? Is there a way to do that? This little picker? Maybe not. Date picker thing. It was 3.8 actually. Company... That is managed by Google. RIP. Okay. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And then I'll do May of last year, keep that, and then I'll get some lorem text in here. I know there's a way to generate lorem real fast. Lorem. Let's get that guy in here. Okay, so now I need to edit this view to look like a resume. Actually, you know what? I might add a second education experience just so that would see what that looks like, right? I'm putting in my actual dates here. 3.9. Okay. After Tailwind, look into Shad CI. I actually have that on my, I think I do anyway. Where the hell? I thought I saved it somewhere. I could have sworn I saved it, but I remember you mentioning that, Jay, and I did remember that. I could have sworn I saved it. Because this is like, it's like prefabbed UI, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to bookmark this in React. Or whatever it's called. Shad CN. Okay. Component library, yeah, exactly. Okay, so this looks like garbage, obviously. So what I'm going to do is change how this is rendered, right? So let's get into a, tweak CN. Got you. I will do that. That's a good point. Okay, so now I'm thinking about this because I need to do this is gonna be tricky because I don't know how I'm gonna do the media because we want to print this, right? Because I want to be able for print to PDF. Wouldn't it not just be like whatever this is? Like when you do a media query as print. Let me just do this on another monitor in case it brings anything up about my like address. I don't think it would, but let me just in case stranger things have happened. Yeah, so like the print view would be like this, right? I think. So that's kind of what I want it to do. I know there's like probably a better way of doing that, but anyway, okay. Let's see, resume. Perfect. Yeah, I thought so, Jay. Template. Let's see what like a resume template looks like here, just so we can style it right. So maybe we want our name at the top, right? Maybe nice and big. And actually, for simplicity, I'm thinking of rendering the resume renderer. Sorry. All of this information within the resume parent. Or, well, I don't know. Should I make it its own component? Maybe, or I could just do a conditional here. Because I can say, so I can do otherwise. Okay, so let's get rid of these renders here. We can get rid of this conditional. So I need to do that for these. So I have to refactor the implementation slightly to do this, because I think if we render this view mode inside of just the resume component, it'll be a lot easier to manage, right? Any styles in the print query will be applied before the dialog shows up. That they won't be applied to the presentation. Oh, I got you. Okay, I see. Got you. Okay, so let's do that then. Let's refactor this. So I'm gonna say, then I don't even really need this as a context anymore. See, I don't even really need this resume context now that if I'm just doing it like that. Although maybe I'll just keep it separate. I don't fucking know. So I don't need this anymore. I don't need this. And then the general info. Maybe I will keep it separate now that I think about it, because that would be less work. Okay, so get rid of this. So I'll do, we'll have this like, can I generate, I'm thinking, because I don't want to have this title in that render. I'll worry about that at the end, I think. I'll worry about the title shit at the end, but I'll just get this working to start. So let's see. So we've got our email. Oh, shoot. Should we do an address field? That maybe is important, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. This is just an example. So an address field is just, you know, we'll just do like email, phone number, website. It doesn't really. You wouldn't? Yeah, fair. I'll just keep it this way then. Okay, so let's see. Sebastian, Bennett. You've never put really? Okay, I think it depends where you're applying, Jay. Like I've put it on mine like when I was applying to stuff like in my hometown, but yeah, it depends. It depends. But that's totally valid. Okay, so let's get the name rendering first. So general. Here we go. I'm just gonna order these tabs. So let's do like an H1 with just the name. Oh, and then no general info either. I want that to be conditionally rendered. Maybe I'll do it like this. And then, shit, how did I do this again? Oh, is editing. I don't know if this is possible. No. There we go. And then I want this for all of those headers. So this one would be here. Oops. Oh, and I need to put this in brackets too. Good. Is editing. I'll look at chat in a second. I know I'm behind. Good. So now those don't render. That's what we want. I'll also do that to the title as well. By keeping a separate iframe for resume content and later print that. That's true, Max. That is a good point. For single items in ternary, you don't have to. Oh, really? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You are goated. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, Max. I think I'm just going to do this now just to get the layout working, and then I can lift and shift fairly easily, I think. Okay. So we got our name. Okay. And then we want the name to be centered. So we'll do flex center. Like that. Then maybe font size 5. Something like this. And then we have, I'll put like the email. Okay, so this is what I'll do. So I'll put these three inside of their own div. Something like this, right? And then I'll do paragraph. How did this guy do this? Oh, he did little icons. Ooh, do we want to do icons? Maybe. I'm going to open this in a new tab. I'm just going to go off of this. Oh, and then there's skills too, but I'll just omit the skills because again, I could just add those, but it's just more work. Okay. So I'm just going to use this as our template. Oh, and then I need a font weight. Maybe like font bold. Something like this. And we get those icons in there too. I don't think I need any of these anymore. I think I can delete these. I can even give it its own hero or its own symbol here. So I'll maybe leave those. What are those called? Fav icons? Whatever. Try using Lucid React. Oh, okay, I got you. Let's see. Is there like a way? Okay, let's see. Getting started. Oh, okay, cool. Let's try that out. PNPM. I think it would be just npm for npm install. Okay, sick. I think that's it, right? And then I can just import it. Ah, amazing. That is beautiful. That is so beautiful. I love that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so let's see the Lucid icon. Okay. So where do we look up the icons? You import, yeah, I got you. Accessibility practices. Okay, there's like ARIA hidden. Kind of just skimming this, to be honest with you. I could also do like a little X next to these delete. Like in the edit, I could do a little X next to this. Or something, I don't know. We can modify it as we go. Okay, yeah, where were the icon library? Simple icons. Are these the ones that are... Oh wait, no, that's not it. In the nav bar? Oh. Oh, this is the design guide. Oh. God, icons. Oh. Okay, sorry. I got it. Thank you. Alright, so let's do... We gotta import that into this resume thing. Alright, actually no, it'll be in here. Let's do email. Mail. So we copy the JSX. This is just the import, right? Oh, no. Need the import, bro. So we just import mail from what was it? Lucid. Yeah, go back. Lucid React. So then this would just be p mail, and then email. Oh yeah, and then the email, right? If this just works, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. Oh shoot, I lost the render. Dang it. That's okay. See, I can't type. Okay. Yo! That's not bad, although it looks a little blurry. I don't know. I want to kind of like flex center that. Oh. Maybe not on that. Whoops. Yeah. Gap 1. Something like this. Maybe margin. Yeah, it's like close. Okay, let's take another 5-minute break here. I just want to add a margin. There we go. Margin bottom 1. And then like a line, maybe. We do a break. Something. We'll see. The other option is I'm rendering these kind of inside of the individual sections, but I could refactor this in the future to be what's it called? Like all the data is rendered in resume for the view, right? On my sure. WebKit font smoothing. Is that for? Does that apply to the SVGs as well? You make a good suggestion. Is that also applying to the SVGs? There's no font smoothing. The font is a little blurry, is it? Maybe, yeah. Or is it 2 dashes? I don't know. Would it be this? Or is it's not WebKit? I know you mentioned WebKit, but it wasn't like the IntelliSense wasn't picking it up. So maybe it isn't font smooth actually. I don't know. Okay, this guy says it's here. Oh, on Mac OS. Oh, I see. You always use WebKit. It might be a feature behind a feature flag, but it's been around for a while. Okay, interesting. Okay, so it is in there. So if I add it, it is going to work. It's just maybe the IntelliSense isn't picking it up. I don't know. I can't even tell if that looks better or not. I think maybe it does. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not going to lie to you. Actually, you know what? Oh no, I'm gonna wait for the thing to finish, but I want to add like a little plus. I'm gonna modify these buttons, dude. I love how easy this is, by the way. So thank you for the suggestion. I really this Lucide thing or Lucide. It's like fucking way easier than what I was doing before. But again, as I've mentioned a few times on stream, doing it the manual way has given me an understanding and an appreciation for when it can be automated. WebKit might be a Safari vendor prefix. Okay. WebKit. So would I do, like, would that be a different prefix in my CSS? Or would my CSS be the same? Font smoothing can suck my. Because browsers interpret code differently. You have to prefix each vendor, Safari, Chrome, etc. Oh, I see. Wait, so how do you prefix? How would you prefix Chrome then? Because WebKit, I know WebKit's the engine for Safari. Anywho, okay, let's get this. Let's just get this working here. Where was I? Here. So I need email, phone number. Actually, I might put the phone number on this side, like I had here, and then email in the middle, and then maybe website on the other side. I looked it up. It's WebKit for Chrome too. I don't know why it didn't look any better. Interesting. I don't know either, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so let's render this. Okay, so we got obviously all the same contacts here. We need to do this container differently. You know, I'm trying to think whether it would make more sense to render everything inside of the resume. There are other libraries for icons too, like Tabler. That's another good one. Cool, cool, cool. I think I'll stick to Lucid for this. Lucid for this site. But I think I'm kind of debating doing a refactor here because maybe I want to render everything inside of one spot. C is the default for ShadCN. Got you. Because I want to make this width bigger, ideally. Maybe I do like a width fill on this guy or something. So it's not going to really change anything. Oh, and then, okay. Then I need to add a... flex column, and then I'll do flex space between. Or maybe justify space between. Then I'll add that here. Justify space between. What? Or is it a line space? Might be a line. No. I thought it was justify for sure. Maybe I'm wrong here. Because the width is... I want these to be spread out. But there's extra width on in the ends here. And then you should have these elements in the middle, or inside this flex container, right? Oh, maybe it's because they're flex centered themselves. Maybe. Does the parent of those items have full width? Yeah, I think so. See how the width is greater? You can kind of see it when I highlight over it. This is that div. I was gonna add, okay, I'll add flex center back to these just so. Yeah, I don't know why that's not spreading out. Weird stuff, man. Because it should, yeah, I mean, okay, so we flex center it. Oh, because it's competing with, it's competing with this maybe. So I'll have it just a class that's just flex, right? Let's do flex. Okay, we're closer. Or the other option is I do a flex space between. And then I do. We'll keep that there just for. Did I have a typo in justify? Are you kidding me? Okay, okay. Let's backstep here. Justify content. Thanks, Jay. Appreciate it. That's annoying. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. We got there. Okay, so now I need to add a space between these, between the icons and the fucking names here. So maybe I'll add a class name to these of like padding 2 or something. Padding 2 maybe. Margin left 1. I need to add that as a class. It'll be a pain in my ass, Jesus. Margin left 1, left 2, left 3. I'll put this inside of here. And then I think it was like 1 was 0.5 on the mobile. And then 1 and then 1.5, right? Yeah. Oh, that's not applying to the mail. Should be applying to the mail one. Should be a margin on the side here. Margin left 1. Oh, interesting. So what if I add that to this? Oh, it's right margin. Thanks. Yeah, that's my bad. That's my bad. I can't get my lefts from rights here. Yep, you're right, you're right, you're right. So we want it like this. Let's just test this. That's what we want. Okay. Might as well keep the rights in there anyway. Or the lefts. Took you about 17 years? Yeah, fair. I hear ya. Let's delete this then. Yeah, it's, you know, it's what happens when you're going fast. You're like, wait, I assume it's left, but it's actually right. Oops, my bad. Right. And then in here we want margin right. Perfect. And then we want the different icons, of course, right? Okay, nice. That looks good. I like this now. Okay. Now we need to get the different icons. So let's do, where was it? Icons, telephone. Phone? Ah, there it is. Okay. Is it just phone? And then, it's the last one, website. Web. Net. Work. Oh, come on. What is this called? Globe? There we go. Add the import. Thank you. Oh, shit updated again. Dang it. Because every time I change this, it's going to fuck around. That's my fault. Beautiful. All right. GG. Okay, so then now we need to do this, right? June 20. Program end. Or wait, not June. Sorry, September. Then June. 5. So now we need to fix this, right? Okay, so let's see, education. So for the resume, oh, there's like an about me section, but I'll just leave that out, that's fine. Where is the resume here? Okay. I think I want to do this like this. And then otherwise I do work experience. I mean, it doesn't really matter actually. I can actually just remove because I want to have that heading anyway. And then I'll just do education for this one. I actually don't want that. Nice. Okay, and then I want the only thing is I want this to be styled differently, right? Actually, so maybe I did want the is editing. So I want the styles to be different. I need to get a margin top 3 in here. Last name. Oh, that's a better idea. Yeah. Good point. I didn't think of that. That's a better idea. Let's edit that instead. You are very right. So I'll do like this, maybe. Oh wait, no, this is weird. Is editing practical experience work experience? Oh yeah. I was actually gonna keep it as practical experience probably. Now that I think about it. Doesn't really matter. Or I could just rename it to work experience. Or practical, it doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. How did I do? Oh yeah. So I'll say flex font size 4, margin top 3, and color black. Nice. And I don't want this. Now I need to conditionally render that, which is going to be good. Oh, and the other thing is I want to draw like a rectangle, like a little page break or something like this, right? Is there a way of doing like a line? Nah, I could just do like a rectangle or something. Now, how does... Okay, actually, I'll probably worry about that after. HR? Oh, is that the... thing for that? So, like, if I did HR like this... Or wait, so I'll do... It's for horizontal line. Oh, I got you. Wait, that should have rendered, right? Oh, wait, no, sorry. I need it to be null, otherwise HR. And the opposite. There we go. Yeah. Or just flip it. I guess it would make more sense to do this, right? Like logically, I mean, potato, but you know. Probably add a margin bottom to this div. To the resume general class name. Actually, I think that's gonna modify the div. Yeah, so I'll add a margin bottom of like I'll do a div here. Something like this, right? There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay. And then what else do we do? Okay, we gotta fix this education section. So where was the... So I want to do another conditional here, right? Shit. Hold on. Let's do this. What's wrong with this? Oh. No, it should be fine. Let's just put this all in one line just for now. Maybe I can't have the strings be multi-line. That's probably the problem. Right? Backspace, that it thinks it's a separate line. Yeah, I got you. That's fair. Okay, so then I need to do flex center, flex. BG, no background, no border radius. Then I'll do margin bottom. Something like this, right? Maybe no padding either, just this. Oh, I do? Okay, I got you, Jay. I think this is fine. This is all right. And then I want something very similar for the class name of the practical section, I think. Right? Although I already kind of have that here. Oh no, that's not for that. That's for this guy. So that's very similar. Okay, so then we can add a practical. And then I got the lorem texts. Okay. So I think when we add the symbols, it'll do a refresh, which is going to be kind of annoying. I could do data persistence. Okay, so let's do the school name. Okay, so now we need to modify this guy, right? So I'll make this a div. Let's get rid of this. So we have I'll have the dates. Maybe I'll do like or like an H4 or something. So I'll do education data dot school name. And then a separator and then the dates, right? Then maybe I'll input this as a span. How did I do this? Something like that. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate that you think so, because I don't know how I feel about this. But I kind of want this to be not bold. So I need to make a non-bold font regular. Or font normal. You could use the date functions package you used before for formatting. Ooh, true, true, true. Thank you. I just want to get this working first. Oh yeah, this needs to be space too. Font normal. And then color gray. Just need to make this the gray color. Although actually no, you know what? I can keep it that. Cull blue. What does cull blue look like? Maybe I can add the cull blue to the span. There, now those are nice. Maybe make this a little bigger. Font size 2. Yeah. Or I can make this bold. And then this normal. Sorry. I'm going to take the break in a second. I'm just working out these kinks. There we go. That looks alright. And then I can do the font. I can do the date functions package for formatting. Alright, sick. I'm going to take a break, run to the washroom, and I'll be back for one more Pomo, I think, today. And then I will be finished. I think the only thing I'm going to need to do for... is just to finish up this, and then I'm going to maybe figure out the print thing and add some ARIA features, maybe. Some like annotations. I don't actually know the best way of going about that. Did I get a haircut? Yeah, I did. Almost 2 weeks ago, Jay. I think I got a haircut earlier this month. Got it pretty short on the sides. I kind of buzzed it a little bit. Well, not buzzed completely, but I think it was like a level 2 guard. You're just now noticing. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. I will return very shortly. I'm just going to go to the washroom. All right, I am back. All right. Hello, Gervier. Welcome back. Just taking a quick break. You know, we're making progress here. So good. Got to import that thing, that date functions. Is that just this? Wait. FNs. There we go. Man, I love how easy things are with libraries. Man, it's so much better than doing it yourself. Especially these icons. The icons honestly is a game changer. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely a big deal. Don't reinvent the wheel. Well, I think as I say, it's like reinventing the wheel once is good for practice, but then after that, don't worry about it. It gives you more headache once you already know how the things work behind the scenes, right? Yeah. Yup. But no, I think honestly, I think my next app that I do, or my first app that I do that's not a React project is going to be building my own Pomodoro app, because there's some functions that this one doesn't have that I want just specific to my stream. So I think I might do that as another practice. Maybe I can integrate maybe a small amount of local storage or something like that. At the end of the day, we're all just tortured artists. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right. One more 25-minute session for today, I think, and then I am going to take off. I've got some things I need to do. So let's finish this up. All right. So what else do we have for the school? We have the program start, program end. We have the degree program. So we can do that here. We can do education data dot program name. And then, okay, so I'll just make this like just a little nicer. Something like that, right? And then maybe add the GPA underneath that or something. And then we could do a span here. Jeez, I don't know why it does that. Class name equals... Or I can even do a span. Oh, whoops, no. Something like that. For autocomplete on class names, I use CN. Oh, interesting. Does that work? Ah. Does work. Very cool. Okay. Oh yeah, the date functions. Let's go date functions. Okay, so let's see. Format, new date. I need to import because the data is not, it's a string. So let's see the docs here. So we'll do format then import from something. Import from date functions. And I'll do new date here. Why is this not working? Oh yeah, because it doesn't have another argument. And then I'll say I just want to see the format. Yeah, this is what I want. Okay. Then I want to do for month. I want to do MMM. And then the year. So just Y. Something like this, right? Yeah, I got you. Oh shit, it re-fucking... Oh, dude. Let's just see if it works individually. Let's just do like some random dates. Oh, it doesn't... What the f... Oh, because there's nothing to render, I guess. Weird. So I just add that, it doesn't even work. Okay, well, we'll refill in everything again. This is gonna be a pain in the ass, but... Just coming up with random shit. BenStack.com, and then we'll do... blah, blah. Computer science. Don't care. Why is it not rendering anymore? What did I do? Did I break it? Oh. Because I broke something, for sure. Definitely broke something for doing this. Am I not allowed to do this like this? Why not? Does some of your fields show undefined if there's no value? Oh, maybe. Well, they should default to an empty string. Because when you where is it? Let's go to resume. Should default to an empty string. Because when you add a new experience, it defaults everything to an empty, right? So I think the only thing I changed was this education thing over here. So let's just like get rid of this just to see for my own sanity whether this works now. Yeah, okay, so now it works, see? So it was something with the formatting. It was something with the formatting, for sure. Because if I just save this, it'll still render. So, okay. Oh, maybe not. Well, because it's a month. So is there a format month? No. Yeah, because the date is being given. Can you construct a date from... Because I wanted to make... Because you never, like, say the day that you start a program. You only ever say the month and the year, right? So I wonder actually if we do it like this. Now hear me out here. So what if we did it like this? What if we add on like something like this? Like we add on a 0, 1. You parse those values. Wait. Construct the date. Yeah, true. Because does new date not take in a string? Number or a string, I see. Yeah, because now if we do this, it doesn't render anything. Okay. I wonder if it's this span situation here. Well, let's just test it with a dummy date. Like today or something. Oh, wait, because it's empty. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It still doesn't work. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why. Format from date functions, but I hear what you're saying. I could have like some sort of like. What do I call it? Start date is like, I don't know. Then do it here. Oh, restart the debt. Sure, I can try that out. I can also try that out. Oh. You might be right, sir. Oh no, okay, so it only actually doesn't save when I add an education experience. Okay, so that's interesting. So if I don't add an education experience, it does save. Which is what I would expect. What if we did... Oh, for fuck's sake. Should be an error in the console then. Yeah, sure. Let's check the console. Let's leave it the way it was. Use YYYL. Okay, so you were right. Nice. Okay, good. Good. Okay, perfect. So I can say general new date of education data dot program starts. Then I can do 2 and then copy this guy. So it's not capital Y's, even though the fucking thing said to do that. Okay, so that screwed up. Why? Invalid time value. Oh. Because it can't parse. If I leave these blank, then. So I need to say if. I need to like have more logic for this, because if I leave this blank, it's gonna error out, right? Invalid time value, yeah. So I need to make sure that those are set. So I actually should do that. I should do that logic up here. Font start date equals, I think I'll do it like this. Wait, it's actually, I don't want to make it a runnable function now that I think about it. Or actually, yeah, I can. Doesn't really matter. No. If, or I should say start date, education data dot start, program start. New date or format. I think adding the zone. Oh, no, it will work when using format. Oh, I see. I got you. Yeah, well, it wasn't parsing when there was. It wasn't parsing when there was a date anyway. So I'm gonna. Because if it's blank, because if I leave the date blank, then I wanna, you know, and I could do that as like a form validation thing eventually. Maybe I could actually add that. Maybe I could do that next stream, is I can do form validation. So like you, for example, you can't leave the start date blank. You can leave the end date blank, right? Something like this, right? But then like, so I'd say format new date education data dot program start and then and then otherwise I'd just leave it blank or something. And I could do a similar thing with the end date, right? Except with the end date, I can do whoops. Instead of blank, I can leave it to present. Right? And then I need to add these to here. Start date to end date. Right? So now this shouldn't break. Yes. What we want. So if I add like this, then it'll say December 2025 to present. Although that should have been January 2026. Why did it say December 2025? Ooh, it's going a month behind. Why? That's interesting. So whatever date you put in here, it puts it a month back. Oh, start date plus 01. Okay, sure. But I think this defaults to... Maybe it is. Didn't seem to fix it because I think it's okay. So what's the actual? Let's see what the data is showing. (2025-12-01). What? So why is that not working then? That's so weird. How's it going? Not 111. Welcome in. We're just debugging date formatting. The heli. Yeah, because this should be like the right thing. How many years you learning IT? IT specifically 2 years. Date functions is 0 based. Oh, so I need to do it like this? Oh, that fucking breaks. Wait, so when you say 0 based, that means I need to... I'd have to add a oh. It's so annoying. Oh, boo. You mean subtract a month off of this? That is a... Why is it like that? Oh, wait. No, but the date constructor, I can just add... Because it takes in... is it the date constructor? Because, okay, so it's date functions. There's a sub-month function. Oh, I see. Oh, that's a pain in the dick. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. So I'd have to do this. I'd just do sub-months. And then put this in here. I don't think this is necessary. But I have to subtract a month or add a month? We add, would it not? New date, and then 1 here. That's kind of a pain. But it is what it is. Okay, that should work now, if I put that in here. Oh, okay, we got it. GG, thank you for the help. Nice. Okay. I think that's good for the education. Now we need to do the practical. Oh, and we need to add another break underneath each. So under the education, there's an HR, right? So where was that code that I had that? Right here. Good. Okay, so practical experience. So we'll do a similar thing. We could honestly probably almost lift and shift from the education, right? It's gonna be wrong. But this is gonna be practical data dot employer. And then I'll do start date and end date, very similar to how I did it here. Oops. Appreciate you. Practical data. Again, there's a little bit of repetition here, but you know, it's kind of worth it, I think, for the ease of implementation. Then I need to import these. Good, and then I need to start date, end date. think I want to do this a little different as well, because I can do the employer name. So I think the job title should be maybe like this. And then I'll do class name is font bold and font size 2. Practical data.job title. And then I'll just put the description in another paragraph here. Something like this, right? So if we add a practical, do company A, IT analysts, let's do like my dates here, and then I'll do the lorem text. Okay, that's like almost good. I think I just need to make maybe a margin top on this guy, or margin bottom. Like of 1 maybe. There we go. Nice. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, so you know what we'll do? We'll now fill this in, just so we can get it all done. And then website.com. Literally at 99%, yeah, exactly. I'll do school or university. A computer science BASC. Maybe even 100%? Yeah. I think the only thing I want to do after this, Jay, is some accessibility annotations and some form validation. I think that's literally all I want to do. So that'll probably be 1 or 2 Pomos tomorrow or Monday. I think I'm going to stream tomorrow. 1 or 2 Pomos tomorrow, and then I'm going to move on, I think. So, yeah. Let's do June, and then we'll do GPA 3.8. And I'll add another education experience, University B, Biology, BSc, September 2018, and then June 2023, and then my GPA was 3.9. There's my practical experience, then I'll add another practical experience. Whoa. Company B. Sales. Yeah, it might read better as a white color. Cool. I'll do that. Yeah, absolutely. When did I work in this? I didn't do sales. I'm just like making something up. I'll say like May 2022 to like like February 2023 or something. And then we have like another job description. Something like this, right? And that is not too shabby of a resume. It works. Like, I mean, it's not like the best looking resume I've ever seen ever, but it like it's functional as a resume. The other thing too that'd be cool is if we could make it printable or something like that, right? But I mean, it works. It renders out nicely. You know, I feel like that would be acceptable, especially if you're like doing like an intro, like if you're just like teenager or something and you're looking for like a basic job. That's like not too bad. So the other thing I might do is like, I know like maybe hovering for the buttons, but I don't know how to add, I don't know how Tailwind handles hover. So I might need to figure that out. So I'm not sure how that would work. But, or like any pseudo elements or pseudo classes. I don't know how pseudo classes would work. But anyway, I think that's like good. We've got our like thing here, and it like looks good on mobile too, right? So we'll go to mobile. So we go to mobile. There's our mobile. Looks nice, right? You can save it. I mean, the styling on the mobile is a little screwed up. Maybe we need to... I didn't actually think about that. I didn't think about the... I might need to fix that a little bit or something. I maybe could stack these differently. Oh, I see. I got you. I got you. Oh, okay. And then that's just a class. And then, so the class would be like... So if you're writing it as a class, you would do something like this. You would do like... you do dot hover text red 500. Or sorry. Like, does this work? But I need to have this as a class, right? I wouldn't worry about your use case because I'm pretty sure they would do that programmatically. Oh, okay, I see. I got you. Okay, but I could even do like hover text. I could even do hover text dot and then hover or something, right? And then have this as a class, right? I don't know. Just a thought. Yeah, the only other thing with this resume is the mobile rendering, but I want to make the mobile rendering different. I don't know. I'll figure out the mobile rendering. So I need to actually add that on my list here. So let's get our list open. And then, whoa. So I've got to add some stuff here. So styles for rendered resume, mobile as well. Form validation, and I think that's like it, really. Maybe button tweaks, add icons, and change colors. Something like this. Okay, so I think that's good. I think that's good. We're like almost all the way there. I think this will probably take, yeah, as I say, like 1 or 2 pommos next time. Exactly, Jay, exactly. It would just be for presentation. Oh yeah, and printing. Print media query. I need to add that too. Shit. And I'll add that as a checkpoint here. And I'm not going to export to PDF. I can just do the print stuff. So this is good. I think that's what I've got. So anyway, yeah, this needs to be fixed. But again, the regular view looks just fine. I will be live again probably tomorrow. I don't know exactly when yet. Probably the evening, although I'll think about it for a bit, and I'll probably release the schedule for next week tomorrow morning on the Discord. So if you want to keep updated with that, I would really appreciate you joining the Discord if that's something you're interested in. And if you're interested in just following my journey in general, I would really appreciate a subscribe. That'd be awesome. But I think that's it for me today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in some capacity, and have a great rest of your weekend if I don't see you. And thank you all for being here. And I'll see you all around.